Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show, this is BVO.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, BVO Sports TV, man. We back. Sorry for us being late. It's all D Free's fault. That's why I got his avatar up. It's D Free's fault. That's why we late. But we about to get started. And we're gonna do what we do. We're gonna take a note from my brother Dub right side. You know, we starting the show late, so we're gonna drop the link earlier today. It's an open panel. We just gonna talk some stuff, boxing and life. We just gonna have a conversation today. And one thing I wanted to bring up is something that really kind of hit me a little bit was that it looked like Shakur looked shook during the press conference. Did you guys see the fear in his eyes when he stood next to Willie Zepeda? I was shocked by that. I mean, he looked scared to death. I mean, I don't think I ever seen Shakur shook like that. He was shook, man. It was like,
I didn't see that, BVO.
oh man, you must ain't got a pair of eyes, dog. He looked scared to death, bro. Like,
I don't know, Freezy, you see it? I didn't see that fear.
No, I didn't see it. You know, BVO is always searching for something. He sees things that nobody else sees. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if that's what BVO saw, that's what he saw. I didn't see it.
I mean, it was a great weigh-in. You know, tomorrow we got the quote, Alicia Baumgartner and Amanda Serrano going up against Katie Taylor for the third time after being down 2-0. What do you guys think? Do you think that's going to be a good fight? Because Kaylee Taylor and her big head seem like she's ready to give us some more of that head action. What do you guys think?
Oh, I think it's going to be a good fight. It's always a good fight when those two ladies get in the ring. I mean, they're going to come to fight. They dislike each other as competitors, but they're cool as boxers in the sport of boxing. But when they get in the ring, they let it all out in the ring. So I think it's going to be a competitive fight. I'm more interested in seeing how Amanda Serrano. How Alicia Baumgartner deals with Jennifer Moran, because Jennifer, she can box. She's not a big puncher. I think she only got like 1 knockout or 2 knockouts. She's not a big puncher.
I thought she had 2.
Yeah, but she can box though. She definitely can box. If
she runs.
If she don't run. She don't run. If Alicia Baumgartner is not on her A game, she can get out boxing this fight.
Yeah, I'm hoping that girl gets some courage and come right to the quote, man, so we can see her get out of there. Because we already know Alicia Baumgartner is one of the hardest punchers in boxing. So we're gonna see what happened when the bomb put hands on her. Only thing about Alicia that always worries me with her, she got a bad gas tank. It's a hole in her gas tank. She'll do really well and then she'll just
fade.
You know, puff out. So I don't know.
Maybe she got it fixed. Maybe she fixed it. We'll see.
I don't know, but what do you guys think about Tony Harrison coming back?
He is.
He made an announcement that he coming back with the zone. He gonna be on the Clarissa Shields card.
Fighting who?
He fighting kind of a up and coming brother.
Oh wow!
But he gonna be on the card for Clarissa Shields in Little Caesars Arena.
Well, that ain't gonna be good. They got to fight in the prospect.
I don't care to see Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison, last time he was in the ring was what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
He picked his head up. He got his head picked up, man.
Yeah, I don't care to see Tony. I was never a big fan of Tony Harrison, but after I saw his last,
that Charlo, my favorite fighter, Charlo fight, boy, he was talking so much ish, dog. That joint had me dying.
He beat my favorite fighter. That was crazy.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Hey, BVO.
Harrison, but the last time I seen him in the ring, he got beat up badly.
His head
So
got.
he
I
probably it's probably
mean,
gonna be the
it
same
happens.
thing. He's probably gonna get beat up badly again in this fight. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets beat up and stopped.
Yeah, and he's fighting a young up and coming fighter. That's crazy.
I don't know who he's fighting. I haven't heard the announcement. That's what BVO saw. So I mean, it is what it is. I don't expect him to do anything. He ain't been in the ring in like
Well,
3-4 years.
well, I talked to my brother Prince Charles. He told me that. So I don't see him being wrong. Because
I mean,
The mic
hold
got
on,
order.
Mark,
Somebody mic.
your mic, brother, your mic. So like
I'm
you in
not.
one
I'm
of
not.
the drug houses over there.
Yeah, I don't know what that man
That was
sounded like he was
crazy.
ruffling some bags of potato chips or something.
Hey, my boy Marky Dan had the bright red dress shirt on. I said only an island nigga would wear something like that. That was
I live
crazy.
in
I thought he was gonna
paradise. We
start
don't
dancing.
have
That's
crack
crazy.
dens like Cleveland.
Oh, that's
Hold
crazy.
on. You talking about God's favorite city, Cleveland? This is the place where Tupac said he caught a plane late last evening. The Cleveland, baby. That's what Pac said. You probably never heard of Tupac, have you?
That's crazy.
The place where Don King came up unaliving people and became one of
Hold
the
on, hold on, hold
top
on, hold on,
businessmen
hold
in
on, hold on, man.
the United
You're
States of
gonna get
America. You're
yourself
right.
cussed out and thrown out of here, bro.
You
I
can't cuss
told
on
like I
here. This is
told
Bill
Mom,
Cosby. This is the Cosby Show.
stop disrespecting brothers who've done nothing but take care of their
How did I
families, man.
disrespect him?
You did. You talking about he unalive people. You know he's never done nothing, man. But go to
So
church and take
he
care of his
didn't go to
wife.
he didn't go to prison for unaliving somebody.
It was a accident
It was
that they put him in there.
it was an accident. Oh
A
yeah.
young man owed him money, and Don came to collect his money, and the man attacked Don, and Don defended himself. So if you look at the
Yeah, a
story,
likely story. A very likely story.
The whole time the young man was telling Don, "I'll pay you, I'll pay you." That's a fact. Look it up. He was telling Don the whole
You
time he was
gotta
paying,
pay
so he
Big
knew he was
Don,
wrong.
man. You gotta pay Big Don.
Yeah. And
You
Don
know
had to do
better.
some time for unfortunately on breaking his neck. But it is what it is.
Oh, okay, now,
Yeah,
wow,
that's crazy.
Mark, wow. Salute to my brother
What can
Bentley,
I say?
man.
That's what happened.
The fact that you think that's funny is even crazier, bro. But let me ask you this, Free, because we haven't heard you really talk about this in a minute. What do you think about seeing Sam Notes and Abdullah Mason go at it? So if Abdullah Mason's successful, do you think we'll ever see him try to challenge one of the big dogs like Tank or Shakur Stevenson?
I think he challenged all of the big dogs. I think he will be successful, and I think he challenged all of the big dogs. I don't think there's a scared bone in Abdullah's body. Abdullah is one of those guys. He's one of those guys that want to prove himself. He's a young kid coming up in a sport with a bunch of grown men, and he wants to prove that he belongs among the top of them. So I don't think he shies away from any of those guys.
Yeah, I think when we talk about Abdullah Mason, I think we talk about maybe the third or fourth best prospect in boxing. A lot of us would say Kamel Moulton's number one, hands down.
I don't know who's a
Um,
lot. I don't know who's a
but
lot.
Not yet. Not yet, yo. Not
I
yet.
said
I don't.
prospects in
I
boxing.
know what you said. I ain't got Moten up there as
I
one of the
don't think
best.
that he's a. I think that Abdullah at this point is a contender. He's in title contention for next fight. I don't think
Yeah,
he's.
he's fighting for a title. He's
Yeah,
not a prospect
he's
anymore.
not a prospect, and that
Oh,
ship has
okay.
sailed. That ship has sailed.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing about it, at 135, he did not fight Emiliano Vargas, even though he got called out. But I
Who's
still think he's
Emiliano
pretty good.
Vargas fought?
Pardon me?
Who is Emiliano Vargas fought?
Hold on. We ain't talking about Emiliano. We talking about Abdullah
You brought
Mason,
up
bro.
No,
Emiliano
but
Vargas.
who that exact you just brought him up. Who is he for Abdullah to fight? He's still a prospect.
Hold on.
Oh
He's about to
God.
fight a champion next. He's called out at Gary Antoine. So we got to put some respect on his name.
Man, BVO, I can't even engage with you sometimes. You're just a funny dude.
No, you don't want to hear the truth. That's what it is.
No, I don't
Emiliano
want to
made
hear
it
the
clear.
cap.
Emiliano made it clear that he's looking for Gary Antoine. We haven't heard a peep from Gary Antoine, so we'll see what happens.
Man,
But
Gary Antoine would do what Don King did to that good brother, like you were just talking about.
order, man. Your mic is out of order. But let me ask you this, Prize. Let me ask you this. Boxing, are you excited or are you kind of nervous about what we see?
Wait, what
Yeah,
happened? What
I
happened?
didn't hear you, BBO. Your mic went out, BBO.
Yeah, it kind of went out.
No, what I was saying is, what do you guys think about what's going to happen if Abdullah Mason is successful? Do you see, because we just heard, from the rumor mill that Abdul Wahid is no longer going to be fighting Lamont Roach. Next, he's going to be fighting Cleveland's own Jake Paul.
When did
Do
you
you
hear
guys
that
think
at?
that's good? You think that's good?
Do I?
No, I don't.
Do,
I mean, it's probably gonna be good for Tank's pockets
I tell you like
if
this:
that if that's the
if Tank
case.
Davis fight, if that is true, I didn't hear that. I'm going by what you said. If that
Yeah.
is true, and Tank Davis fight Jake Paul, he will be a duck every single day for a month straight. That's what I'm calling him. I'm calling the man a duck for 30 days straight. It ain't gonna be no let
Finally,
up on Tank Davis.
Because next week, this is what I heard. So I got a good source that said we should be getting an announcement sometime next week, but it is going to be Jake, because Lamont Roach actually been on Twitch, crying and playing gospel music because he said that Tank hasn't signed his part of the rematch.
yep.
So it's one of them things where when you see Lamont Roach having nervous breakdown playing gospel music, it look like the ship is sailed. Because at the end of the day, I think Tank don't want that fight, and that's smart. Because he lost the first one, and I don't, and all the people that protect Tank, they won't tell you that, but we'll tell you that Tank lost that first
No,
fight.
he lost. Grease boy lost clearly.
Uh,
He
Tank,
lost.
da- Tank Davis, in a lot of people's eyes, he lost that fight. There was a draw in the judges' scorecards, the only three that actually matters. But I mean, in a
And
lot of people's eyes, he
Kaka
lost
Willie
that.
missed a knockdown
Lot of
free.
lot of people fight. I mean, a lot of people eyes he lost that fight. But if he doesn't fight Lamont Roach in a rematch, and whatever you heard is true, and he fight Jake Paul, like I said, for the next 30 days, I'm gonna be calling that man a duck.
But what if he fight Jake Paul then he retired? You gonna call him a duck for the rest of his life?
I'm gonna
Every time
call
his
That's gonna
name
be
him
his
brought up,
a
legacy.
duck
every
for the
time we
next
bring his
30
name up,
days.
I'm gonna call him a duck for the rest of his life. Anytime somebody bring him up, that's gonna be his legacy as a boxer to me. He a duck.
So why would you ask me if he fight Jake Paul and retire? Would I still call him a duck? I told you I'm gonna call him a duck if he fight Jake Paul next. It ain't
Well,
no. I don't
I
care if
was
he retire.
providing more context.
I don't care if he fight Jake
Mike,
Paul
Mark,
and he retire. I don't care if he fight Jake Paul and then go fight Lamar Roach. I'm calling that man a duck for the next 30 days.
I just say this, man. No matter how we look at it, Champ Ross, and let's talk about it. That brother is not fighting Lamont Roach next. Lamont was on there playing gospel music, crying like Stephon Marbury on Twitch, man.
eating
He,
Vaseline.
he not getting that
Whoa.
fight.
That's what Marbury was doing. He was crying, eating Vaseline.
Well, I don't know where that came from, but
Eating Vaseline.
respect
Hey,
for the
Wow.
pride in his lifestyle.
Stephon Marbury
Respectful.
was on YouTube crying, eating
Well,
Vaseline.
we don't have to speak about petroleum jelly, man. If that's what you
I
like,
said
I respect
Vaseline.
it.
You said petroleum
I
jelly.
Man,
respect it.
we going to the Diddy stuff. Y'all boys are crazy.
But what's going on, B3? How you feeling, dog?
Yeah, man. Salute to the guys, man. Shout out to the Dollhouse. Well, I mean, I'm proving to be right again. I already knew that the Lamont fight was not the big money fight for Tank. They couldn't get Tank the guarantees that he to surpass what Jake and Netflix was offering. So he wanted to entertain that bigger money, big payday fight. I mean, he's gonna take backlash if he does it, but that comes with it. That comes with it. So we'll see if he make that decision. If I was him, take the money, man, because like you say, the people they gonna hate you one day, they're gonna love you the next day. They wishy washy. So get your money.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just
Mhm.
say this for all those who talk crazy about who talk crazy about Devin Haney. Y'all meat boys finally get to see Tank was a fraud from day one.
Mm.
Day one, because at the end of the day, man,
You all capped out.
Like nobody.
BVO, you
And
went
that's
out. BVO, bring it back from the top. You went out.
Nah,
You
those
all
was
capped out,
facts.
BVO. You all capped out.
hold on. You said what did you say again?
Bring it back from the top. What you just said.
Oh shoot, man, my mic is messed up. My bad. No, what I said was no matter how you want to push it, Abdul Wahid with this next move, if it is true, he shows that he never wanted to be great. He never wanted to fight those tough fights. That was all hearsay. You know, he wants to wear pink
That's
purses and Thanksgiving.
and real time we're seeing the transition from the Obama phones to the Trump phones. As we can see with our brother BVO. He's
Really on the
so
Trump.
nah, salute.
BVO got the prototype Trump phone straight off the shelf.
Shout out Chad Ross. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Let's Talk About It. Let's Talk About It. What's that? Shout out
Hey man,
Brother
hey
Dub.
man,
You right
hey
know.
man, give
Shout
me
out
my
Brother
drop,
Dub.
man. Give me my drop.
Long-winded.
Hey, I got Marky. You out of order. I got your information though. I got it. I seen what we're gonna be talking about tomorrow. I'm okay with it.
Salutes.
Give me my
Salutes.
drop, BVO. Come on now.
BVO out of order.
BVO is in the land of wind and ghosts. He ain't
Hold
got
on.
no
Lord have mercy.
Wi-Fi.
Hold on. What I say is, don't forget tomorrow we got Alicia Bungardner coming back.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Alicia.
BVO, you sound like you walking away from your mic as you talking.
Oh, can you hear me better now?
No,
Nope.
we can't. Your
Nope.
mic is out of order, man.
What about now?
It's still out of order.
Nah, it's all right now. That's cool.
Oh,
Hold on,
wait
I
a
got-
minute. Wait, I got it. I got it. We gonna do this today. BVO.
Ohio's.
Well, let me get this nigga his drop. This nigga's out of order, man. 1 second.
I do it for the children. You can take the children and bounce them on their knees. Bounce them on the knee and then sing a melody. The Varnell man. Did you mean he's mine?
Champ Ross, I just sent you an email, brother. Check that out. I just sent you one. What we on tonight, man? I apologize, man. Shout out to my grandmother. Just had a great conversation with her, so I'm out of order. But go ahead. What we on?
Man, we were just basically talking about some fights and what we expect.
We on testosterone that Rodriguez was taking.
Man, I heard.
You talking about the juice crew? You talking about the juice crew?
No. We're not gonna disrespect them brothers. No, we're not talking about that.
Hold on, wait a minute. The man cheated. He cheated.
But but hold up. But what I will say is Eddie Reynoso said this is not his fighter. He's not a trainer or a manager of that guy. People assuming that that's his fighter because he took a picture with him. He said he has nothing to do with that fighter. Now, what I will say is this the only fighter that Eddie Reynoso came out and said he has nothing to do with it. Everybody else, he never said that for. So I kind of believe that
he got 6 fighters. He got 6. He ain't got 7. He got 6 that was cheating.
Yeah, I kind of believe that he might not have nothing to do with this guy.
Hold on, Doc. What are you doing?
I kind of believe that he might not have nothing to do with this guy.
We telling the truth.
Duh, you attacking this man?
We hold on. Over here at STN, one thing that we stand on is the truth. We stand on. Am I wrong about that? Do we?
No,
not?
No. I mean, he do got 6. He do got 6 other ones. So this one might not be his. I kind of believe him because he never said that about nobody else. This is the only one he said that about.
So we giving the man credit. We giving him credit for not having a 7 cheater, only having 6. We giving him credit.
Hold on. Brother CDK went and called him the Juice Crew and
Well, they been called the Juice Crew.
I mean, they the Juice Lords. What are you talking about?
The last
Hold on. Oscar Valdez drunk some bad tea. Canelo had a hamburger.
According to you.
That's what he said. He said he
Hold
drank
on,
some
wait
tea
a
they
minute.
gave him.
BVO, wait a minute. I got to, and BVO, you know I love you. You my brother. But at the end of the day, you trying to tell me that an individual that got all these people popping dirty, we not gonna hold it. We not gonna hold him accountable on this show.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying to hold him accountable. I said
Let it have been
tell
Bill
me
Haney,
tell me one cheater that admitted cheating. Tell me one cheater that admitted that they was cheating.
Victor Conti.
Victor Conti.
Hold on, hey, Marky Dan. If Bill Haney, if this was Bill Haney, if this was hold on, if this Marky Dan, if this was Bill Haney, BVO, he'll be going crazy right now about man. This man got cheaters all around him. He'll be talking crazy.
That was Calvin Ford. BVO be off the meat right now. Trying to get you out of there.
Hold
there go
on
my
1
sister
second.
right there. Go my
Hold
sister.
on, we got the queen in the house.
The beautiful one. Shout out to my sister, man.
Can y'all hear me?
You Christian?
Yes, indeed. Salute, Miss Fields.
Okay.
Salute to you.
Miss Fields, peace, queen.
What's up, y'all? I'm rocking my BFTB today. So
yeah, shout out BFTB.
Hold on, let me because y'all don't be on the camera, so I ain't gonna have to stay on the camera the whole time.
You good. You ain't gotta be on the camera if you don't want to be.
Right, hold on, let me fix
it. And get what?
We trying to win some subscribers. Stay on that camera, girl. We trying to get some subscribers.
Hold on, real
That's
quick.
Crazy.
Man. We ain't gonna ask you. We not gonna ask about the blue
crazy.
lipstick. We not gonna ask about the blue lipstick like my brother Free like to do it. We ain't gonna do that.
Y'all made her cut the camera off. So y'all don't know what y'all doing.
The subscribers just went down.
That's my sister.
Shout out OG
because
Crush.
She said I'm not gonna be on camera because y'all don't be on camera.
Exactly, D-Free.
I'm on camera.
I'll be the only one up this joint on camera.
Ooh.
I don't even know how. I'm still working on figuring out how to sync my camera with my new computer. I'm still working on it. I'm just trying to tell you.
What we doing, Miss
Fields? You like the blue lipstick? Thank you. Let's talk about it. I appreciate that.
I like your blue lips too. Blue lipstick too.
Hold on, let my sister cook, man. What you got for us tonight, sis?
I was invited back up here, so I really don't know what we cooking on. I mean, obviously my channel is a mental health channel. Coming from just the eyes of a therapist. So.
Well, we got a couple of mental health cases up here. Respect.
Yep.
Don't do that.
We got a couple of them.
I mean, respectfully, the entire sport of boxing is a bunch of mental cases. They punch each other in the head for a living. So that's what we talk about, Miss Fields. You're in the perfect place.
And to be fair, everyone at some point in their life will have traits of those with mental health issues.
I'm raising my hand right now.
I know I'm touched.
Crazier than a mofo.
I'm shell shocked over here.
Absolutely.
Well, he's suffering from growing up rich. Richie Rich, aka Prize. He grew up with 2 gold spoons, man.
Come on, man, stop playing with me. Don't do that,
man.
And we only
don't do that.
I had never heard of nobody saying, "Hey, you need a house? Here you go." No, I'm messing with you. But
I do got them big Versace bags though. When you get Versace, you get big bags. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. What do I know? I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Is wow.
Yes, he is.
That's my brother, man.
Out of control in the chat.
Hold on, man.
I'm more curious as to why your mind even went there.
That was crazy. I'm not gonna read that one.
Shout out to Philly, man. That's my brother from Philly, man.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, we out here. I just came from Philly. I just left. I was just up on Gerard Ave.
I'll just say this. These are the same guys that's hiding boots. So when y'all find boots, then we'll
come on, man.
We are looking for boots, though. We are looking for them.
Somebody go find Emiliano Vargas.
Yeah, let's talk about it. It's out of control.
Let me ask you this, Miss Fields, while we got you on here, because I want to bring you in weekly if we can. Because I want to ask you something, and this is something that I was wondering. So when you see someone, right, and they're struggling with something, whether it's substance abuse, whether it's just any type of addiction, what would be the first steps to addressing it, in your opinion?
You said substance abuse or addiction.
Yes, both. Whether it's an
Okay.
addiction or a substance abuse. Yeah.
Okay, so this is an area that's very dear to me out of all those that I serve. And I'm very transparent. I don't share any more than what I'm comfortable sharing. And I actually like for people to see me when I say certain things. So after many years of addiction, my father succumbed to his demise due to years of addiction. And what I tell people all the time is it's always an underlying reason that they are addicted. It's more than what meets the eye, if that makes sense. So while we may see visibly the addiction, right? We're seeing the behaviors, we're seeing them losing everything, we're seeing them maybe aggression. It depends on what they're addicted to, right? But at the end of the day, it's always an underlying reason. And this is the only way they have found to be able to cope, y'all.
And the reason I bring it up is, and this is why I bring it up. For a long time, and I thank God, I used to have a really bad porn addiction, and I used to be embarrassed about it. And I think the thing that I will say is, once I freed myself from it, I feel like a different person. And I feel like sometimes people are ashamed of being addicted to something like that. But you know, I can say getting that monkey off my back was one of the best things in the world. And I think sometimes people don't understand that it's okay to be vulnerable, man. Because you know, hey, I regret it, but I tell you this, it felt good to get that organ grinder and get that monkey off of me.
And no, congratulations to you. Congratulations for you to be able to get past that. But my question then would be, BVO, was it really the porn itself that was the problem, or was there something that was maybe an underlying reason that porn became a coping strategy or a getaway? Just something to think about.
With me, to be totally honest, it was the dopamine rush.
Okay, so that's the underlying reason.
Yeah, I think sometimes people forget. I read this book a couple of years ago called Dopamine Nation, and I really kind of got a better understanding that when you dealing with things like porn or drugs, because porn hits you in that same spot in your brain, that pleasure spot in your brain that that drugs would. And I think sometimes people don't realize that just because it's not something everybody can see, you still got to get a handle on it. You know what I mean? And I think that was one of the greatest things I was able to do.
That is awesome.
I just want to know, like, what, like, I don't understand that addiction, because it's like, I feel like I might be wrong on this. I might get your opinion, Miss Fields. Like, if I have that addiction, but it doesn't affect my everyday life. So if I look at it every day and it doesn't affect my everyday life, am I still addicted to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at it from this way, right? And once again, I always salute anybody who has the courage to be as transparent as y'all are right now.
Yeah.
So let's look at it this way. I hear you. It doesn't affect the day-to-day. You are able to do all of your responsibilities.
Yes.
You can still get everything done. You're showing up for everybody.
It doesn't affect my love life.
Okay. Now, what is it doing for you? What are we trying to accomplish? What does it do for you?
It does. I don't know. I just like looking at girls.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really and I like sending them to my friends. A lot of my best friends call me, man, and I will find them.
Okay.
And I have a joy of sharing it to all of my friends. Like, I got tons of friends, and they know who to call because I can get all of them. And they call me, and I come through every time. I guess that's a joy. I don't know, but it's like, I feel like it doesn't affect me getting money. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me and my relationship. It doesn't affect me. Like, it doesn't make me late to work. It doesn't like do nothing. I just look at them. They just see some gams and keep it pushing. Then I'll be on YouTube most of the time.
You're a
So
functioning
I don't feel.
addict. You're a functioning addict, Prize.
Hold on, Marky.
I
Shut
do
up.
have
We got a therapist.
Come on, man. I'm trying to be serious right now. I'm trying to be serious.
No,
I want to
man,
get
I'm
out to
being
the
serious
bottom of
with
it.
you.
Prize fighter.
No, I'm done. That's pretty much it. So I just want to know if
Oh,
like,
well, I have a question for you, though.
okay,
If
yes,
you're willing to answer.
of
So
course.
my question is, you said it doesn't affect your relationships. Are you talking
No.
about intimate relationships?
Yeah, it doesn't affect it intimate. It doesn't affect nothing about it. Doesn't
Okay,
affect.
so when you know, decide, okay, I don't know if you're married or not, or if you're in a
No,
relationship, you're married?
no.
Okay, so when you're in a relationship and you're getting to meet someone and you're talking to them, you're like, hey, just to let you know, I love watching porn, sending it to my friends. Is
I
that
don't say
something?
that to them
Why not?
because that's my business. And me and my boys guy locker room talk. Everything ain't to be discussed with my shorty.
Okay. And so, listen, I'm not even challenging, right? We just having a conversation,
Yeah,
right?
no, I don't feel no
Please
way.
challenge, because I
Hey,
gotta get a
listen,
counter to
So
this.
look,
Hold
Please
on, man. Y'all,
challenge.
wait.
so
Y'all let this.
man, can I just let
Y'all
him
let this
finish,
go.
man?
Y'all let it
I
go.
need it. I need
Yeah,
this.
no. Y'all let it go.
You got
Y'all let
out
it
of
go.
order,
Let
man.
them
You
rock.
got out of
Let
order,
them
man.
rock.
so the reason I asked that, I'll bring it back to like my day to day. I work with some people that self harm, okay? Because everybody has a different addiction. Self harm can be an addiction because it can release dopamine, like we were talking about earlier. All right, you just enjoy it. That's something you and your boys share. Now, my question would be no different than the individual that I may counsel that self harms, and I ask, okay, then why are you hiding it? What's your reasoning for hiding it?
I normally don't,
Okay,
but this particular time, I don't really speak on it.
okay,
But if you know me, I'm so transparent, I'm so real, because I believe in energies. I'm big on energies and power and words. And I'm big on all that stuff. So, like, I don't feel like this time I don't really have to. But if I told my shorty, look, I look at this or that, she's gonna be like, I'm not surprised, and she gonna keep it moving. She's not gonna be. She's not worried about that. Me looking at that or sending it to my boys. She's not worried about that. We got other stuff going on. We got trips and you know properties and stuff. I'm not worried about that, but I'm going to check every day. Every day. I'm going to look.
and so you have had this conversation before with someone you were intimate with, and they were like,
And
"Oh,
again,
I ain't worried
complete.
about that."
Well, one time it was like totally against it. It's like, yo, you wilding, da da da. I'm like, why you looking at that? I'm like, because sometimes it's funny.
Okay,
It depends, like who you are.
right.
But a lot of times, again, it normally be my boys. Really, they be
Okay.
hitting me, and then now saying no, I'll be like, dang. Next thing you know, it's like an hour that flew by. I'm like, God, dog. All right, time to play 2K. Time to go out. Whatever I gotta do. You feel me? So,
All right.
like that.
Well, I appreciate you being so
Hold on, hold on, hold on,
transparent.
hold on. With all due respect, Prize, I was cutting in and out. So did you say you was? Are you talking about jerking your McGurkin?
No,
Uh,
I'm not calm. Why would you even want to?
I mean, I think
Come on,
I don't think
Big
we. I
three,
don't
big
think we
three,
No,
gotta
big
that
get.
was
three.
Hold on,
crazy.
real quick, y'all. I
And
don't
real
think we
quick,
gotta get.
I want to ask
Hold on.
Miss Fields
I
one
don't
more
think we have
thing.
to get. We don't have to get that far into
That's
it.
too
no, we
crazy.
don't.
But I
The
want to
brother.
ask Miss Fields one thing to drop your channel in the chat if you can, because I would like to subscribe. I didn't know you had that, and that was cool, man. And the Cash App too for that session. I felt like you should be
You
compensated.
know. Hold on.
And all
Let
I'm
me go
saying is
ahead.
this, and I apologize for cutting you off, BVO, but
Go ahead.
hey, the brother, he asking for advice. We ain't got to get directly into what goes on
Right.
in those situations. We ain't
That
got to get.
man wanted to know if I was whooping. That's crazy.
But at the same time, we can
well,
embrace
let me explain myself.
the
Let me explain myself. Let me speak.
I put it to you
My
like this,
bad. I kind of
B3.
jumped out there.
Hold
I
on.
just look.
Let him finish.
No,
Let him finish.
I
Let him
got you.
finish.
All I was saying
Make sure we
was what
clear.
I was coming in is that it's cool. I understand that you're looking, and then you like time just flies by. An hour might fly by. You just like to look at women. I was thinking a lot of brothers, a lot of young people, they are harming themselves. You see what
Over
I'm
that?
saying? So I just wanted to know the depths of what we
You
was
got some
talking
music
about.
behind you. Somebody got some music.
Not me.
Cut the music. Cut the music.
I don't hear no music.
I don't hear no music either. I don't hear no music.
I don't hear no music at all.
Is it me? It might be me. Hold on. It might be me.
I'm out
It
here.
might be
I'm out
me.
here at Canes.
I don't
I
hear
just
nothing
walked
from
away
you,
from it.
Dub. I'm
I
in
just
my
walked
kitchen
away from it.
chilling.
Yeah, I don't
I
hear no
walked. I
music at
walked
all.
away from it.
He was by the
But
music.
Yeah,
nevertheless,
I was by Kane. But you see what I'm saying, Price?
yeah,
So
I feel you. I feel you,
it's
but
just
I didn't
the
know people
depth
was
of
out
what
there harming themselves over that though. That I didn't know.
these young, but you gotta understand these young. It's a lot of young kids committing unalivements and things of that nature. Because of loneliness, because of this addictions, because like you're saying, they don't have a Misfields or anybody to communicate with. So that's the only reason why I was going to that length, because it's everybody, like these saying, these young kids at different stages. Like, you a grown man,
Yeah, I was talking about for
you know
me.
what I'm
I feel you
saying?
there. I feel you.
Yeah,
I was talking strictly for a prize fighter, just because I wanted them to get down to the bottom of that. Because there's some people that it ruins their life, and I'm like, how? It's just some yams. Y'all was like, I don't know. Maybe I done been around a
Well,
block. I done done a lot of things.
let me do this because I think when you got somebody like a Miss Fields that's willing to talk about this, we got to be in order, and y'all niggas got to be quiet and let her finish, and let somebody get what they're saying out. Because I'm gonna tell you something, porn is one of those things, if you're being totally honest, that consumes a lot of people, and I think if we don't, talk about it, there's no use in being popular. There's no use in being someone who can influence people if you can't talk about real issues that's affecting people.
Facts.
One of the things I've always understood is, hey, what's the use of having tools if you can't use them? And the reason I put myself out there and said it, because I'm not the only one struggling with porn. There was a time, and I'm gonna be totally honest, there was a time where I was not watching porn and I was trying to like get in shape, right? And I was drinking like a dog. And you know what I found out sometimes? You can, if you're not careful, you can replace one thing for something else. And that's one of the worst things you can do. And that's why I came to Misfield and said, how can we get those kind of tools to figure out how not to do it? Because we all want to be productive, men in society. And to be honest, a lot of us walk around with that weight of porn around our neck. And we don't feel it, but that weight's on our neck, because whether you admit it or not, it almost desexualizes real life, because you can almost be attracted to those pixels more than you could to someone that's in front of you. And like she said, the same thing with self-harm. I think we got to realize that it is an issue, because if anything that you are scared to say in front of people, that's an issue. That's an issue. You don't got a problem saying I got a pair of new shoes. You don't got a problem saying I got a new game for my Xbox. But if you say, hey, man, I can't be honest about who I am, that's a problem. But I'm sorry, Mr. Phil. We just had to get in order.
That's why I came in and said
what
I said, and I really appreciate you, BVO, for letting me ask her, and I appreciate you, Miss Fields. I got your link. You'll be seeing a lot of me because I'm real big on energies and mental health and stuff, and making sure that stuff like this, like that, can't harm my everyday movement. And it's not like I'm go crazy, but it ain't like what BVO said. Some people, everybody's different. Some people, it probably would, like what BVO just said, it probably would affect the person that that they're actually looking in front of. But see, that's not going to happen with me, because it's deeper with me. The looks don't. That is what the person does for me on the inside, and mentally, it just she mentally there for me. That's what's going to get me going. Much so her top and bottom, if she got a big butt or she don't got a big butt, she's real pretty, whatever. That's not what's gonna say I'm gonna be a man. I got your back. Whatever, we gonna slide. You feel me? That's not what's gonna
I'll
get
tell
me.
you this,
So
Miss Fields. Am I wrong in this aspect, to where I hate that I was ever introduced to porn? Is that a bad thought to have?
Say that one more time. You went out.
No, I was. Oh, sorry. What I was saying is sometimes I feel like I wish I was never introduced to porn. Is that a bad way to feel about it?
Well, I mean, I can't tell anyone how to really feel, right? Do you still feel that way?
No, once I got the monkey off my back, I don't. But I'm saying, when I first was addressing the issue, I really hated it, because the first time I ever heard of porn was I was hanging out with my older cousins, and they had these videotapes. And they had these tapes from like the 80s. So I don't know where they got them from. And they would put the videos on, And I remember like all the young ladies on there was like looking crazy. And I was like, what is this? And then my cousin had a Tupac video, the How Do You Want It Tupac video. And it was, I guess it was uncut with a lot of the popular, adult entertainers. And I remember watching that thinking like, wow, this is crazy. And then I heard about BET Uncut and it just fed the beast. And I know
you were gone then.
I'm just being honest, because I'm not, what, I'll be honest with you. One must be true to oneself. So I'm one of those people who really has looked in the mirror and said, hey, this is what BVO got to work on. And this is what BVO needs to work. Because ain't no embarrassment. But go ahead.
Well, can I get a word in here real quick on this? Because I'm listening to all this and I find it interesting. I just came in here. Dub, thank you for letting me up here.
Shout out to Uncle EJ, man.
Yeah, interesting subject. But let's be real. Anything in anything in life, if you abuse it or overuse it, can be addicting and harmful. Anything. I used to play World of Warcraft 16 hours out of the day. Out of the day. Luckily for me.
Hold on, did you say 16 hours?
Yeah,
I was playing GTA like that.
Yeah, 16 hours a day. I would be playing World of Warcraft. I'd be in some sort of raid or something like that. Always on the game. So anything that you do in exorbitant amounts, it can be harmful to you. Porn, for me, I'm happily married. Me and my wife, we occasionally watch the one or two porns that we like, or we have a specific porn star that we like, and we get ideas. If you use it as a tool, we use it as a marital tool. To be completely honest, we get ideas, role-playing ideas or something like that. But as long as we don't overuse it or use it in excess, it's helped. Just like I said with the video game, you do it too much, you're gonna end up with hairy palms and blind. I get
no. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was on you the other night, and we were talking about pineapples and all type of crazy stuff. Respectful. I said respectful. That's my uncle, right? I love Uncle EJ. All I'm saying is it can get out of control sometimes.
Yes, it can.
In those situations, like you were saying, anything you do in excess can definitely be out of control. And so I think that there has to be a level of control as far as understanding, okay, I do like this, but I can't let it control me. I think there has to be a level of understanding there, but I would digress and pass to my sister and let her explain it, because she probably know way more about it than I would ever know.
No, y'all.
Good subject, by the way, guys. And Miss Cam, I did subscribe to you.
Excuse, huh?
I did subscribe to you. The second I heard the conversation,
I
and what you had to say,
that.
I subscribed to you. So
I appreciate that so much. I love what Let's Talk About It just said. Balance. Once y'all do listen to a lot of my channel, and some of you who already have, I speak about balance a lot, because no one can actually say what is balance for anyone, which is why I approached everything as Prize Fighter shared, as BVO shared, and anyone else. The gentleman just came on. I don't have my eyes on, i.e. my glasses, so I can't really see, but it looks different for everyone. And so what may be out of sync or too much for one may not be for another. I often think, just to go a different route even, I think about those who, like, say, for instance, if your religion is Christianity, right? Because I also have some individuals that, they have different religious beliefs. And so, of course, I've studied all world religions to be able to provide therapy to them as well. But say, for instance, the one that Christianity is their belief system. Well, then we look at what missing the mark is. Is that not the definition of sinning? Yes, it's missing the mark. But then I can take it a step further, and I can say But if we even look at missing the mark, if what I am doing does not cause me to miss the mark, when I think about prize fighter, then, and this is philosophically speaking, y'all, I'm not saying literal, then is it in fact a sin? If it's not causing me to miss the mark. Just a different way to look at it, y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Well,
the interesting thing. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if it's a sin, then I mean, I guess it is. It's fornication, so I guess I need to pray on that.
But the thing is what one individual look at as a sin, right? Religiously speaking is one thing. I don't think everybody shares the same religion in this world. So
Correct.
I don't think people always look at things the same. And
Correct.
because you're not going to look at them the same, the way I look at it, me personally, I can
Correct.
only speak for myself, is it
Right,
that
that's
if
tough
it's
enough.
not if it's not harming another individual, if you feel like it's not harming you, I wouldn't look at it as a sin, me personally. The second
Brother,
thing about it,
brother,
hold
oh
on,
my bad,
hold
my
on.
bad, Doug. My bad,
Last
Doug.
point about it. Last point though is I can't look at anything that you do, right, the way that you look at it. And if you feel like it's harming or even have a question about it, then you probably want to take a step back and say, maybe this ain't good for me. You know what I'm saying? Because and I say this respectfully, you know you my brother. I love you. But for you, if you come out and say, well, this is something that it ain't hurt nobody, it ain't did nothing crazy, and I can still do what I want. You know what I'm saying? I can still make the moves that I'm making. I do think that you still feel that it's taking something away from you. And
By
so,
looking at it,
well, no, I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying I think you feel that way by
no, I
bringing
don't.
it
I
up.
just wanted to make sure that I wasn't tripping. So when Miss Fields came in saying she was basically a therapist, that she is a therapist, not basically, but that she is a
Thank
therapist.
you for correcting that,
Yeah,
brother.
I'm sorry. That she is yeah, real quick, my bad. That she is a therapist. I just wanted to know if I was tweaking or not. You know, because like I said, it doesn't affect anything at
Yeah.
all.
You know,
It,
You know what?
but what brother,
hold on,
let's talk about it.
hold on,
Said
Prize.
brothers,
You know
what?
if you tweaking before anybody else do. You know if
Right.
you tweaking or not.
But a therapist has a different point of view, and they know a lot more than me when it comes to
Listen,
mental health issues.
But
So I was
when you
just making
bring those
sure.
things, I done been to therapist. I done went to therapy. I done went to counseling. I done been there.
Okay.
When there were certain things that I would say in marriage counseling that I knew the reason I'm bringing this up is because I think I'm tweaking to some degree.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
Okay.
say it may not be affecting everything, but it's
Nothing.
affecting it's affected some part of my life, and so
Not my life though.
I'm not saying that, and I don't want you to take it personal
I'm
when I'm
not.
saying
I'm
what
not.
I'm
I'm
saying.
not.
All I'm saying is if you when you bring it up the same way when BVO said what he said,
Mm-hmm.
BVO was like, "Hey, it was an addiction for me."
Mm-hmm.
He utilized the term, "I got that monkey off my back,"
Right.
right?
Yes,
And
he did.
so all I'm saying is that when you bring those things up, we know as human beings, we know ourselves better, and whether people want to believe it or not, we know ourselves. So if you bring something like that up, then in my personal opinion, I think that you would feel that, hey, I don't know, it may not be doing me any direct harm, it ain't hurting my relationships, but it may not be the best for me. You know what I'm saying? And so I think we understand that better than most. So when you bring it up, then in my mind, I think that, yeah, you feel some type of way about it and really want to step away from it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
More
I
than
have no
anything
intentions
else.
on stepping away from it.
I ain't got no
but
problem.
let
And
me
real
say this
quick,
real quick.
I just wanted to
Hold on, before
respond
you
to
flip,
that. Go ahead.
let me because I know what you're gonna say, but let me say this. I think the toughest thing, Miss Fields, that I'll say for me was when I went to the youth authority, and I think about the different people, Mr. Floyd, Miss Brooks. These are the people. It wasn't a camp. It was just, I think just called the youth authority. but it was basically where you couldn't go home and you would spend your whole summer pretty much locked up. And I think the biggest thing I learned from that, and one of my favorite plays is is Caesar, Julius Caesar, is when Brutus said one must be true to oneself. I heard that very young and I internalized it. And I think the thing that anybody who wants to be a great person, you're going to constantly challenge yourself. So I know exactly what Dub is saying. And me challenging myself to say, you know what, hey, man, porn for me was an addiction, because for me, I wasn't able to be in the right mindset. I had a very lustful mind. Everything was lust, lust, lust. You saying stuff you shouldn't say. You treating your wife a certain way. And I'll say this for me. How you watch or consume pornographic films could affect your spouse. Some people have it like Uncle EJ, but that's not the case with everybody. You might be making somebody that you really love say, am I enough? What's wrong with me? Why does this person want to look at this? And so many people, especially in our age group, got porn so young. You can, man and woman, you got guys who can name all the porn stars from the early 2000s. Why? Because we was all watching too much of it. If I say Rock the Icon, if I say Cherokee, if I say Pinky, if I say Roxy Reynolds, you know who I'm talking about. Most people know how many times do we see on social media where you see old pictures of them and people say, this was the best singing group of all time? What they have Jada Fire, they'll have Pinky. I'm not the only one that know these names. You know what I mean? And you will see him, you be like,
that's a fact.
that's not
Because I know
that's
all
not
the
no
people
group.
that you just named. But
And that's
carry
what I'm
on.
saying. That's not no group. And what I'm saying is when you give it to 10, 12-year-olds, that's not good. That's not a good thing, because you were like a little older though, Prize. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of guys my age who receive porn at 10, 11, before you even knew what's going on with your body. You just know, hey, I can put a 10 up, as my grandmother would say. You don't realize what. Go ahead.
One of the things that I hate the most about the social media era, the phone era, all that with my son, right? I love that it give him a chance to talk to his mother. You know what I'm saying? She live in a different state, but at the same time, and he with her now. But at the same time, man, I'm checking this man's phone continuously, trying to just trying to make sure that he not being overwhelmed with nonsense. And I always say, if you want to see one of the old school dads, you know what I'm saying, how my dad, well, not I ain't gonna say my dad. How my grandfather was. Really, it was really my grandfather. How my grandmother was, Big Mom. You know what I'm saying? My mama. Man, I ain't had them opportunities like that. And when I finally got those opportunities, I felt horrible about watching some of that stuff just simply off of the way I was raised. And so the way I look at it is man, I got to protect him from himself. It's natural instinct for a man to want to see a woman. That's natural. You know what I mean? Yeah. But at the same time, what you're seeing on social media platforms, my son's uncle, my brother, I call him my brother every day of the week. They were talking about Twitter. I ain't huge on Twitter yet. I ain't that ain't really my lane. You know what I'm saying? I just got a page, and I'm trying to work my way into the boxing community that way.
Twitter.
But at the same time, some of the stuff that they showed me on Twitter, I'm like, I didn't even know you could find this. I like wait a minute. Now I gotta what's the other one? Snapchat. They told that my brother-in-law telling me, man, your son, he on Snapchat right now. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna be able to catch him because
it disappears.
Videos delete.
I don't even know shit like that about Snapchat. So all I'm saying, my apologies. I don't know stuff like that. I don't know that. And so all I'm saying is that for me as a father, I gotta be aggressive when it comes to the phone usage. I got to be aggressive in these type of things. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to do it that same type of way because from everything that I'm hearing about these platforms, it ain't nothing good. It ain't
It's
nothing
all
good.
evil.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Miss
with you.
Fields,
Let's talk
Miss Fields,
about
let
it.
me hold on. Let me say, Miss Fields, let me ask you this, Miss
I'm with
Fields.
you. You can watch it but not be addicted. That's me.
When you talk about these addictions, is it normal to have emotional feelings behind it?
Of course. I mean, so okay, I want to take y'all have said a lot that I've just been listening to and taking in. If you want to give me a moment.
Yeah.
So I can only speak for myself in how I deliver therapy and what it looks like for me and those that I serve. I tell them straight up, only you know you, okay? Only you know your values. Some people you would be surprised as grown adults don't know their values, but some do. And that can be what the waver in feelings are, these conflicting feelings they're finding. Because it's like, why do I feel this way about it? Is it possibly compromising some value I may have? But to take it a step back further, for me, I always tell somebody, listen, I'm not here to fix you. I can't fix you because only you know you. I am here to better help you navigate in a way that you can help yourself. I'm going to help you help yourself. And that's the beauty of sound therapy. So I just want to be clear about that because sometimes therapy is so watered down and people really don't understand their outlook on it is so shallow because it is based off of that which they see in social media or media in itself. And so when I created this space and this channel, it was like, man, I'm a Black female and I know how much of a stigma it is in our community. Oh my gosh. And to talk about porn addiction and any addictions, all of these things are such a stigma for us. And I was like, no, I know my people are not likely to go and pay $150 per hour to talk to somebody because we're not that trusting. And so I did want to share that for anybody that's new to my channel or thinking about even visiting, just from where I've come from. That's all.
I'm gonna tell you, hey, I done paid them fees. And the worst thing, real quick, the worst thing that ever happened for me, at least, is a divorce. That was the worst thing that ever happened for me. And paying the fees, and then shout out to Dr. I can't even call the brother name right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. And don't get me the line. But shout out to him because he said something to me that really stood out. It really stood out and meant a lot to me. He was like, bro, it ain't nothing else you can do. It was the worst thing I could hear. It was the worst thing I could hear, but the best thing at the same time. Mentally. And it, like I said, it hurt me. It really hurt. He was like, bro, you come every week. You know what I'm saying? Now she not even showing up. You got to move forward. And there are times where you got to get an understanding in your mind that, man, just move forward with what you got going and build yourself because the person beside you, and that's only speaking toward marriage and those type of things. But I think that's invaluable. I mean, or what's the word I want to use here? Now I ain't gonna say invaluable. It's information that you hear that you have to accept and understand that it ain't just your problem. You know what I'm saying? You understand the solution. You just have to make it and take that step to make that solution possible in reality. And I think a lot of what we're talking about right now, shout out to my sister, Miss Fields, as BVO would say. Shout out to
Dr.
her.
Fields. Dr.
But
Fields.
Dr. Fields, I
Dr.
apologize.
Fields around this thing.
We gonna put
From now on, it's Dr.
we putting
Fields.
respect on her name. We
Yeah.
putting respect on it.
Hold on, real quick, Dub. Right side. I'm gonna intentionally be out of order.
Go ahead.
I received that Dr. Fields because I'm currently working on my doctoral.
Well, Dr. Fields, we're gonna speak it. Dr.
We putting it
Fields
in
from
the
now
atmosphere.
on.
No,
Let me just finish
Go
this.
ahead.
The only thing is when you get that guidance and you understand the steps you have to take, it's on you at that current moment in time. And I think one of the things that people love to do is to sit there and go into the whole counseling thing, and no disrespect, Dr. Fields, no disrespect whatsoever. But people love that piece of it, but they don't want to do the work. And I think the work is where it stands at. You got to go in and do it for yourself. Nobody can do it for you. And understanding that has helped me a lot in my life. Understanding that it's up to me. It ain't up to nobody else. I can get as much counseling and as much, folks can talk to me as much as they want to. I can talk to them people as much as I can do it. But at the same time, the work is done from me.
Put in that work.
And I think that's the point that people miss, is that work. I think that's the people.
Boots on ground, Dub. What you say, BVO?
My apologies, BVO.
That's all good. This is what I'll say. But this is what we're here for. I'll say this. The thing that's so important is, and it speaks to this, Misfield, where, B3 is my dog. Me and him talk about different things, try to hold each other accountable, almost use each other as accountability partners. And I'll say, sometimes in life in general, you get so consumed with the things that don't matter. I read a book some years ago called Behold the Pale Horse, and it talked about how you focus on things with no real importance. And
That's a great book. If y'all haven't read it, that's a great book. Go ahead.
Even on a faith side, one thing I've always said, Ms. Fields, is I look at myself as King David, and I always say, you know what? I can't be Solomon because I got too much work to do. And there's so many times, I'm just being honest, because I come from the bottom. I come from the bottom. Water and cornflake. I think the thing that I would say is I always had that moment where, I don't know if people are familiar, when Nathan came to David. And
King David was out of order, though. King David was just he was out of order.
And that's what I'm saying, though. I'm saying it's so many times whenever I get myself out of order, God will present that Nathan, not always verbally, but to me sometimes spiritually. And I ask you this, Ms. Fields, when you always are conflicted to want to do better, is that just you having a conscience, or is that just you saying in your heart you should be better? What you think?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, we here for you, Miss. Go. Let Miss Fields go. Then we go on for EJ. Go, Miss Fields.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
So I think honestly, everyone goes through that. I'm always concerned about one that doesn't want to strive, because then it goes back to what Dub Rightside is saying, which is very true. It's been so many people that I've worked with, and they come in there and they sit down, and it's almost as if they had this belief that I can switch like a light switch. I can just turn off all of these things they're going through, or turn on. And I'm sitting there like, you got to put the work in. But no, I mean, we're all, as long as we're evolving, okay, as long as we're on this side of the dirt, if you will, then we are going to have moments where we're like, okay, what can I do better in this, in this setting? I would hope that for all of us, whether you be a man or a woman, that you are striving to be whatever you consider to be better. The only thing I always want to encourage someone is, don't become too consumed with what you're striving to be that you miss out on the present, and you're not celebrating what you are currently doing. Because sometimes we can get caught up in the next thing and the next thing. And we never take a moment just to be like, man, but I did that.
Mm.
And I need to celebrate, because it was a moment ago where I would have not even been able to do this. So all I say is just, give yourself that space and grace to celebrate even where you are.
Mm.
If
That's
that
beautiful you said that, because I
Thank you,
heard
Dr. Fields.
I heard I'll call him Uncle Lewis for YouTube purposes. Uncle Lewis was saying that exact same thing. Be patient with yourself. Because one thing I can say for me is, I don't know about anybody else. I think my brother B3 would agree, man. Sometimes I beat myself to death. And I be thinking, man, I done beat myself to death so bad, ain't nothing left. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, Misfield, where you just beat yourself to death.
Pause. I don't know nothing about BVO beating himself to death.
I'm
Ain't
gonna
no
throw you out
pause.
there, man.
Ain't no.
You
Hey,
gonna have out of all this real conversation we
we're a
having, you
tad
gonna
bit too.
think of something homophobic. Come
I
on,
was gonna
bro.
say we're a tad bit too grown for the pause
Yeah,
shit. We a
we're
tad bit
doing
too
that
grown
over
for
here.
that. What I will say though, the same way BVO said, no, you do beat yourself to death. When you feel that you out of order, you're harder on yourself than anybody can be on you, especially when you know you're out of order. And
Thanks.
so the craziest thing about it is, it ain't always about being hard on yourself. What it's really about, and BVO, like I just sent you a message. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna continue this
Yes,
conversation for
we
sure.
are. Yes, we are.
We could, conspiracy night. We continuing
Yes,
this
we are.
conversation. But the toughest thing is always addressing yourself and saying, you know what, this is a weakness of mine. You know what I'm saying? To say certain things, man, you got to understand that's a weakness, and not saying that's a bad thing. To address your weakness is powerful, and so I think that, man, to have these type of conversations and be able to speak about
necessary.
the downfalls of ourselves. Now we're gonna address them, but then, like BVO just brought up, you can address it, but you ain't got to beat yourself up about it, because you're human. You're an average everyday person. We all, and when I say that, I don't mean that we all average. I'm saying that being an everyday individual, you're gonna have weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, no doubt.
when you can take that in and look at your weaknesses and then address them accordingly, that's powerful. That's powerful.
Yes, it is, Dub. I love the way you said that. That's a powerful thing. That's dope what you just said, brother. Like, you gotta check your weaknesses. You know what I mean? I like to check my weaknesses. I just feel like what we just talked about is not a weakness of mine personally, but I just this conversation was necessary, and we will finish this addiction conversation. We will finish it. This conversation was necessary.
I
Say,
have something real to bring to the table, man,
I was
that
go
nobody
ahead.
wants to address.
Go ahead, or we're gonna throw your tail
Uh,
out of here. Go ahead.
man,
Go ahead.
no. On a serious note, though, we don't. The elephant in the room is this. Of course we always exposed to porn. That's that and the third. But what about the kitty? I was exposed to that as a young age. I do think that affects me in relationships. Just the fact that I've had a lot of great life experiences.
What is the
So I
kitty? When you
Yeah,
say the
first of
kitty,
all, what is that?
pussy. So
Oh
we're gonna be
wow.
going. So
okay.
pussy. So
Damn. You could Jesus.
so yeah. So that's what. So we're gonna gotta keep it real. So with that being said, I feel like my experiences have kind of hindered me, like as far as committing to relationships, because I know that it's great kitty out there that I want to experience. So I mean, I'm just asking for Miss Fields, from your perspective, outside of dying to self, things that I'm well aware of. Like, what's it for? I'm sure a lot of brothers on here can attest to this. Uh, Struggling with wanting other coochie. You know,
I
Okay.
think you can ask a
and
little bit
it and
better
it
than
then
that.
well, okay.
I
Let
think
me
you can
phrase
clean that
this.
up a little bit. And you
Okay.
talk to Dr.
I mean,
Fields
no,
respectfully.
I appreciate that though, but so I do have a
I'm a
question.
patient just like you, Bryce.
I do have a question if you're willing to answer. Um, so are you saying that it affects your ability to commit?
I believe so.
Okay. First, I salute you, like I've saluted every brother on here, for just that vulnerability and transparency. I would say, honestly, if you feel as though it's affecting that commitment, let's maybe look at what is it fulfilling for you? When you first started, is it possible? Because I don't know, only you know. Is it possible that we are still searching for that first thrill that we got from many years ago? And so we keep doing it because it gives us this first thrill, maybe. Just a different perspective and different way to look at it. Because I don't want you to beat yourself up about it. It's no point in that. It is what it is.
I'll leave the beating of the self to BVO. But thank you, Miss Spears.
But no, really, it's something to think about, like what are we fulfilling? And when I say we, it's not because I know exactly how you feel. I say we
Right.
just because no different than the picture that's before you on my avatar that's up that I took many years ago. Don't want you to feel as though you're alone on this path. So what is it really fulfilling? What is the feeling that you get when you do that? Because it's something deeper than just the act. Sometimes people get lost in the act and they don't realize the reasoning behind it. So it could be an addiction just to that immediate release of dopamine that you get. Dopamine is
100%.
addictive and people don't really know. So I would encourage you to even read some science about how that works. I hope I answered the question.
No, you did, and I
B3,
I
can I
truly
say
appreciate
one
that. Was
thing?
great. I
I just want
appreciate
to
you,
say
Miss
one
Spears.
thing. I just want to say one thing. Because I'm about to
That
jump
was
off of
amazing.
here.
Hold on, we all about to jump. We all about to jump off.
Okay.
But
Say no more. Say no more.
I'm gonna say this. Thank you so much, Misfield. We'll see you next week. Hopefully for our weekly talk with you. And we're gonna call you the good sis, man, because you're really coming in
We
here.
need you, sister. We
Hold on.
need you.
Yeah,
We need you.
you're doing a great job, because at the end of the day,
Dr.
like I
Fields.
said, there's no use in having a platform. And one thing I found out about me, there's no use in having a great personality if you can't bring others together. My hero, Magic Johnson, used to say all the time, I'm gonna do what I need to do and I'm gonna have some fun. And that's how I look at this. I'm gonna do what we need to do and go have some fun. So I appreciate you, good sis, and we're gonna see the good sis next week, next Thursday. And guess what? When she blow up, y'all can't say the Asiatic black man didn't have her own first.
Yes.
So when
And I
she
want to
blow
say,
up,
can I say one thing, BVO? I just want to appreciate you. I just
we
want to
gone. We
appreciate
gone. We
BVO.
gone. We gone.
I just want to
This
give her some
nigga talk.
flowers.
He'll talk all day,
No, I'm not.
Misfield. So
That's Dub. That's Dub. I'm not gonna talk
wave
all night.
goodbye.
Wait a minute.
That's Dub.
Wave goodbye to this
That's
man. We
Dub.
out
I
of
just
here.
wanted to say I
I'm catching
appreciate you,
strays.
Dr. Fields.
I'm catching strays.
I hope you become a doctor. I know you're going to become a doctor, and I appreciate you that game you just gave me, Rook. I just wanted to give you your flowers right now. That's all I wanted to
Hold
say.
on. Wait a minute. No, we're gonna address
Can I
this
get
real
this
quick.
last word in before
How
we
am I
end it
catching
recording?
strays? How am I catching strays from my
Okay,
brother?
hold on,
Fire
real quick, y'all. Right now, y'all are out of order because it was one person that wanted to speak. I don't know if he's still.
Uncle EJ, go ahead, Uncle EJ. My
Go ahead,
apologies.
Uncle EJ.
Now listen, and this is in no way, shape, or form me trying to be rude, but you said the gentleman ahead said, let's address the elephant in the room. You're missing what the elephant actually is. It's not about the kitty, all right? Maybe it's about not wanting to put the actual work in that is involved in commitment. Because, and again, do not take this as me being confrontational or combative. But being part of a relationship, being in a relationship where monogamy is involved, That's not easy. That's work. That commitment is work. Maybe it's just a little easier for you not to commit. You have to act.
And brother, you speaking to me,
Hold
and
on, let the brother
I
finish. Hold
no,
on,
he's speaking to me.
B3.
Well, he
Let him
don't have to.
finish. Let
He
him
done
finish.
said the same thing
On
3
that note,
times.
Miss
All I'm gonna
Fields, we
say is
love you.
this:
We'll see
I
you
agree
next
with the
week.
brother.
Shout
I
out to
agree.
BVO Boxing. You understand? Check the boy out. Check the kid out. You understand?
I am the future of boxing, Keith Cologne, and I'm rocking with BVO Sports TV.
We continue this conversation at Dub Saturday night, man. We
And we're
continue.
going to finish the conversation with Dub Right Side. Thank you, Miss Fields. We'll see you next week. And you know what I will say before we get out of here, man? I appreciate each and every one coming on here talking about it, because guess what? It ain't easy to be a man and say what's affecting you, man. But this is what we got to do, man. If we wanna reach people, we want to connect with the people that we talking to, man. We got to talk about real stuff, man. You know, Uncle
Yeah,
Lewis
salute
and
the
them was having.
BBOs.
Hold on, let me
You
say this. Hold on. Uncle Lewis and them was having 4 and 5 hour conferences talking about regular human life. That's why Grandma and Granddaddy did so well. Not because they had all the answers. They would spend their time talking about being better, talking about how they're eating, talking about how they're raising their family. There's a million videos where you would see those places be packed. Uncle Lewis be on there just talking about marriage, family, faith. These things don't change. There's nothing new under the sun. We all want to get better. Some of us want to stop drinking. Some of us want to stop womanizing. Some of us want to stop watching porn. Whatever it is, we're going to do it together, because we in this thing, but I feel like we in this thing together. And go ahead, Dub. Give us what you need before we got there. Go ahead, Dub.
Hey, man, we'll be live tonight, man. Shout out to my brother Ant in the building. Shout out to my brother, the Boxing Scholar. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to their channels. Y'all make sure y'all, as anybody who listening right now, y'all sub to BVO. You know what I'm saying? B3, he doing this thing. And Uncle EJ, man. Uncle EJ doing this thing. Had a chance to cook with him the other night as well. You know what I'm saying, man? Much love and respect to everybody. And we're going to keep rocking around here, man. BVO, you're doing a hell of a job. And, you know, I tell you that behind the scenes, but damn it, I'm going to tell you it live too. You're doing a hell of a job, and I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. And don't miss our superstar tonight, Varnell Hill, a.k.a. Dub Right Side, man. It's a star, man. We're going to get a ball to Melo, and we're going to score. And we out here, y'all. Peace.
Peace out, everybody. I appreciate y'all.
Thanks,
letting me up there.
Oh, we'll see you next time, Uncle EJ. Pull up.
Most
Peace.
definitely.
Hey, shout out to